Hey, InfoMinds fam! You know, when we look up at the night sky, we're not just seeing stars, we're seeing into the past. Light travels at a finite speed, you see, so the more distant an object, the farther back in time we're looking. It's the same with civilizations. Ancient Egypt, for example, is so far back in time, yet it left behind these incredible monuments and artifacts that are like messages from the past. We're talking pyramids, hieroglyphs, mummies, stuff that just captures the imagination, right? But there's a universe of information about ancient Egypt that often gets overlooked. These really fascinating, lesser-known facts that reveal just how advanced and, dare I say, cosmic this civilization truly was. So buckle up, InfoMinds, because today we're taking a trip down the Nile, 5,000 years into the past, to uncover some surprising truths about ancient Egypt. You've heard the stories, right? Slaves toiling away in the desert heat, dragging these massive stones for the pharaohs. Turns out, that's about as accurate as saying aliens built the pyramids. A fun theory, but not very scientific. Archaeologists have uncovered these incredible villages near the pyramid sites, complete with bakeries, breweries, even medical facilities. These weren't slave quarters, folks. These were skilled workers' communities. We're talking engineers, craftsmen, architects, the best of the best, who were well-fed, respected, and even paid for their labor. They took pride in their work, and rightly so. It's time to rewrite the history books on this one and give credit where credit is due. These were the masterminds behind some of the most awe-inspiring structures on the planet. Okay, picture this. It's 3000 BC, you're hanging out with your friends in ancient Egypt. What are you doing? Building a pyramid? Trying to decipher hieroglyphs? Nope, you're playing board games. That's right, the ancient Egyptians were crazy about board games, and one of their all-time favorites was a game called Senet. This wasn't just any game, folks. This was serious business. We're talking a game board discovered in King Tut's tomb, a game so popular it spanned millennia. The rules were simple enough, moving pieces across a board. But historians believe Senet was more than just a game. It was symbolic of the journey of the soul in the afterlife. So the next time you're playing Monopoly or chess, remember, you're partaking in a tradition that's literally thousands of years old. Talk about a game night with some history. Cleopatra, the Greek pharaoh, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt. The name conjures up images of beauty, power, and, well, being Egyptian, right? Here's the plot twist. Cleopatra wasn't actually Egyptian. She was of Greek descent, part of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which, believe it or not, traced its roots back to Alexander the Great's general, Ptolemy I Soter. Talk about a family tree. But here's the thing, Cleopatra, despite her lineage, fully embraced Egyptian culture. She learned the language, adopted the customs, even presented herself as the reincarnation of the goddess Isis. She understood that to rule Egypt, she had to embody Egypt, and that's exactly what she did. So while her bloodline might have been Greek, her heart, her reign, her legacy, that was pure Egyptian. Ancient Egyptian ER. Think surgery and antibiotics are modern inventions? Think again. The ancient Egyptians were medical pioneers, light years ahead of their time. We're talking surgical procedures, setting bones, treating wounds, even dentistry. They had it all, folks. And it wasn't just guesswork either. These guys had a system, a deep understanding of the human body. We're talking about medical texts like the Edwin Smith Papyrus, which, by the way, is considered the oldest known surgical treatise in the world. It describes anatomical observations, illnesses, treatments, even surgical techniques. Stuff that wouldn't be out of place in a modern medical school. So the next time you pop an aspirin or get a checkup, remember, you've got the ancient Egyptians to thank for paving the way. The Sphinx's Technicolor Dreamcoat. Picture the Great Sphinx of Giza, that iconic monument standing guard over the pyramids. You're probably imagining a majestic but, let's be honest, kind of drab limestone structure, right? Well, get ready for your mind to be blown, because the Sphinx wasn't always so monochromatic. Nope, this ancient wonder was once a riot of color. Archaeologists have discovered traces of vibrant pigments on the Sphinx, reds, blues, yellows, evidence that this ancient guardian was once a dazzling spectacle of color against the desert backdrop. Can you imagine, info minds, witnessing the Sphinx in all its polychromatic glory? Talk about a sight to behold. Ancient Egypt continues to captivate us with its mysteries and marvels. From the construction of the pyramids to the advanced medical practices, this civilization was truly ahead of its time. It's a reminder that we're part of this grand cosmic timeline, and just like the ancient Egyptians left their mark on the world, so too will we. If you found these facts as fascinating as I did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to Info Minds for more incredible content. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history. Until next time.